Hey everyone, it's Victoria. Welcome back. I am just updating you on my treehouse journey, and it's been slow. Okay, so I said 3 hours last episode a day. That did not happen. I've probably been hitting about an hour a day, which is honestly the most consistent I've ever been. And I will show you the little graph of my activity in the past. That looks it looks bad, okay? But I took a few. So here's my graph of, okay, this is where I think I let it slip for a few days because I didn't know if I was ready to commit to, like, I didn't know if I was ready to commit to $200 a month or whatever like that. But I was able to find a discount code on somebody's channel. It was like Dev Tech or something like that. And he had like a 50% off the first month. So I asked them like to apply it with the customer service and they were able to do so. It's really cool. Anyway, getting back into it, it's still really, really fun. I haven't gone super far, but I felt like I've done a lot of work. So look at my notes. I've done stuff with random numbers. Like I can make, okay, so if you ever played D&D, you roll dice. Or if you ever used like D&D Beyond, it rolls dice for you. I can make a dice roll generator without the animation, but I can still do it. And it's really, really, I was super excited. So I can make random numbers out of thin air. I know how to store them into variables. I can ask questions. So we made a quiz. I don't know if I talked about that last time, but I know how to make a quiz and have it keep score and then shoot out a rank at the end. That is still by far the thing I am most proud of because I was so excited. And you know how like everything's pretty finicky. So if like you put in a response and the caps lock isn't right, it's sometimes considered wrong. And you figure out how to fix that with like a 2 uppercase, 2 lowercase thing. And you're like, oh, so simple. But you have to add it. It's really cool. I'm still really bad with like my variables. I don't know why. It's just really hard for me to understand when I need to save something into another variable and when I have to like make it separate or if I can call it into a normal like a function. I don't even think that's the right terminology. Not the best on terminology. The last thing we have been working on that I'm working on right now is called loops, which is like if you have a function, you're telling you if this happens with a condition, the next part was like you make it do something. If the condition is met, the loop is there so that you can like go back and run through it over and over and over again because apparently that takes up less space and processing power or something like that as long as you don't make it infinite. I'm not too sure about that. But it's still been really fun. I've been doing these things called like practice or practice challenge problems. And I have my idea for my first sort of video game, but I need to figure it out. I just wanted to make something stupid like the impossible quiz on YouTube. I mean, I'm on like Newgrounds or whenever that was a thing, and it was just I wanted to have an animation, so I wanted to get the front end figured out. But since this is a JavaScript full stack, you don't really get that. So I'm going to take my random quiz, have like the random answers in there, and then you have to go through a door. The door either opens or a trap door. I want it to like open below you, and then you fall through it and die if you don't get it right. And I thought it was really funny. And then you like go through the doors. If you get 4 questions right, you survive. And I kind of wanted to make sure that the animation worked and then everything like that. That's my idea, and that would be like my first video game. I'm just not quite sure on the front end, which I don't think I'll learn. I think that was Muffin. Muffin's right back there. He's taking a snooze. But that's my idea. I'm pretty excited for that. I'm going to try and bust through these units. It's a lot more information than I honestly thought. I was going back and forth with this thing called Reviture, which is why I've been really slow on it. So Reviture, if you don't know, is a company that has mixed reviews. They give you like schooling in exchange for a work program. So you don't pay for the schooling, but I think you're signed in with a 2-year contract with them. I'm going to watch the video they sent me because I asked for some background information and they were really slow on getting it to me, but they did. So I'm going to watch that. I forgot. This reminded me. And in exchange, you get paid like a certain amount the first year and then a certain amount the second year. There has been some controversy about like the living conditions, making people like move. not getting paid enough for it, the training being excruciating. I think with COVID, it's been like lax, but I haven't signed on to anything. I'm not contracted, but they were teaching me Java, which is not JavaScript. It's like the back end sort of stuff, and I was working on front end things. So, but in the beginning part, they're basically the same thing. Like I was learning arrays in Java, and I'm about to learn arrays in JavaScript. I don't know if they're exactly the same, but a lot of the lingo seems pretty much the same. So now I'm fully focusing on JavaScript just because it's actually what I'm interested in, and like I actually have fun doing it. So I want to do the thing that I have fun doing, and I'll learn more as I need to as I go. And that's the update. And I hope you guys keep coding if you haven't done it already. And I'd love to hit you up with a video game sometime, or some of the quizzes, or some of the things that I've done. I do have my GitHub. I don't know how I share the GitHub, but I'll leave a link in the description. And if you want to join me with Treehouse, Team Treehouse, there will be a referral link in the description, which helps me a little bit, and it'll help you a whole lot more. I get like $50 off a month if you guys sign up, but there's a 7-day free trial, and in that time, if you're not hooked, don't do it. There's so many things you could possibly be learning, and it's not just full stack, but just like if you were ever interested in doing it, just do it and then cut off the trial. They are very nice on customer support. It's super easy to cancel the subscription, and I honestly found it so much fun, especially if you are a beginner. Just try it. And if you try that one as well as Free Code Academy, I feel like you'll have a nice rough understanding about like HTML and CSS and JavaScript that you kind of feel if you really like doing it. Even though it's not like super well-rounded. I'm not saying it's everything because I don't know everything at all. But it gave me enough of an introduction where I was like, I like doing this. So I hope you all are doing well. And I will give you guys an update, hopefully in less than 2 weeks. All right, bye-bye. Thing I wanted to show you guys before I let you guys is my quiz, because I'm super proud of it. So I know this is not how you screen share, but look, it asks you what your name is, and then I say it's like Tom or something or whatever. It says that, and it's like, welcome to my quiz, Tom. I got it to say something, and then I got these are questions, and then if I just click through them, it tells me if they're wrong or right. Should you succeed in life? Yes. And then it says, wow, and it keeps your score. And this one's always, I made it have my own thing, and see, it counts it, and it tells you what it is in the console. This is called the console. And then look over here, it counts it. You've gotten 2 out of 5 questions right, and you get a bronze star. And then here's what I say after, which is normally a little sassy piece of information that makes me just super happy. And the other thing is this. So there's like this thinking one that's it kind of does the thinking for you. So this one's for the weather, if we refresh the page, and I put in this one, which I thought was funny. It's the answers are already put in. I have a response, and it says, oh yeah, because it said cats and dogs. I thought that was really funny, and you can really make it your own. A lot of the times I have to experiment on if a variable is important to the system or not. So I'll fudge up the words and make them different just so it sticks better in my head, and it lets me know what I can change and what I can't, even though it kind of color codes it. But I just wanted to let you know what I was doing because I'm so proud of these things. It's so freaking cool.